Hey YouTube, Chase Variant, coming back at you like a jilted lover.
Chase, I'm tired of you. I ain't seen you in 3 weeks. You don't buy me nothing. You spend all your money on those comic books, on those variants. I'm tired of it, Chase. I'm tired of it.
Oh, come on, baby. Come on, don't be like that, baby. You know I love you. Go put your good moo-moo on. We're gonna go to McDonald's. Okay, she's gone, kids. Let's get started. I got books for weeks. I've been collecting these books for about 3 weeks without showing them, and they have piled up. So this is going to be the largest haul you've ever seen on my channel. There's close to 80 books in this haul. So I gotta either not show all my books or make videos more often. I'll probably try to make videos more often because I want you to see my stuff. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Anyway, let's get started. This is Star Wars number 10 from Marvel Comics. This is the Jawa action figure variant. This is Deadpool number 33. This is the Secret Comic variant. From Boom Studios, DC Comics, this is Planet of the Apes, Green Lantern, and this is issue number 6, and this is the Mutant Orange Lantern, and that's the final book of the Planet of the Apes Green Lantern, and these covers that have been described as the pop-out action figure variants have been a lot of fun. Collected them all like Pokemon, kids. Another book I picked up was Astonishing X-Men number 1 from Marvel Comics. And you'll notice that some of these books are from this week, some are from last week, some are from years ago, because I just threw all of the books that I got in the last 3 weeks, eBay, whatever, into one haul. And so you're getting my mega haul. Everything that came in, eBay, travel books, special orders, anything that came in the last 3 weeks I'm showing now. Alright. This is X-Men Gold 008 from Marvel Comics. Here we have Weapon X 004 from Marvel Comics. This is the prelude to the what's it called? Weapons of Mutant Destruction. Just says it on the top. And here we have Weapon X 005, Part 3 of Weapons of Mutant Destruction. And here you have Weapon X number 6, which is Part 5 of the Weapons of Mutant Destruction storyline. And I really feel like the Weapons of Mutant Destruction storyline had a really strong prelude in the Weapon X line. And then they kind of shit the milk. I don't know. It's not that great to me. If you guys are enjoying it, let me know in the comment section, because I'm not really enjoying Weapons of Mutant Destruction. It's kind of goofy. And here we have DC Comics Dark Days, The Casting, okay, number 1. And that is the B cover variant. I also picked up The Casting number 1 C cover variant. I picked both of those variants up, to be honest with you, because they both had Joker on the cover. But they were cool. A book I picked up from the DC Universe Rebirth line was Harley Quinn number 24. This is the partial sketch variant. It's the B cover by Cho. Cho's got a lot of sketch variant B covers for, well, not a lot, but some pretty cool ones. And some of them I didn't bother with in the past, so I thought I'd pick some up. I ordered a bunch of them. This is one that came in. This is DC Universe Harley Quinn number 16. Got that for a really reasonable price. This is a sketch variant, partial sketch by Cho. Okay. I also picked up from Marvel Comics Defenders number 3. This is the A cover. I picked up the B cover for Defenders number 3, which is the Jim Lee trading card variant. Okay. Ooh, I love this line, kids. The covers on this line are just spectacular. This, of course, is Hulk 008. And I'm a huge She-Hulk fan, as you all know, and this cover is magnificent. showing Jen lifting a car in the middle of a blazing street and someone catching it all on their mobile, as it were. Okay, great cover. Another incredible set of covers came from Image Comics. It is the 276 line on Spawn. This is the Dark Horror Story arc beginning, and that's the A cover. I also picked up the magnificent B cover for Spawn 276. Just beautiful, beautiful. And I picked up the C cover for Spawn 276, and this one done by McFarlane, showing Spawn unmasked. I really love all three of these Spawn covers. Really beautiful. Interesting title I picked up from Storm King Comics was John Carpenter's Tales of Science Fiction, The Vault. It's going to be a 3-issue limited series. Beautiful cover. Creepy as hell. Very Carpenter-esque. And another book I picked up from DC Comics was Batwoman, number 5. This is the A cover. Kate Kane, Breaking Bad. Gorgeous cover. I picked up Marvel Luke Cage 003. It's the A cover. Looks like it shows Luke punching the shit out of a San Francisco trolley. Bunch of people flying out of the windows and shit. Holy Hannah. Power Man goes home. He's from Harlem, so I don't know what the story is. I haven't actually read this book yet. Anyway, that's Marvel's Luke Cage 003 A cover. I also picked up from DC Universe Rebirth line Batman number 27, War of Jokes and Riddles interlude. Loved this cover. I think that's the A cover, guys. I picked up from DC Universe Rebirth line Batman number 24. Every epilogue has a prelude, and I'm sure we all got this one. I think it's up to like 4th printing now. This is the first printing of this book, and I gotta be honest with you, I haven't really followed it, but know what's going on. And if she says yes, you can expect that bitch to die sometime next year, because the bats can't be married. Anyway, yeah, so that's Batman number 24 from DC Comics, DC Universe line. And if they kill off Catwoman for however long, I'm going to write a letter. Here we have from Image Comics, Generation Gone. And this is the B cover. Back issue I picked up was Nailbiter number 1 from Image Comics. That is the Phantom variant. Really like that. Really like that. Okay. Another variant book I picked up was from Aftershock Comics. This is the C cover for Jimmy's Bastards. Okay. Another variant I picked up was Darth Vader 003. This is the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. This is from the 2015 line. So it's not to be confused with 003 that just recently came out. Okay. Here we have another Darth Vader 003. Now this is the 003 that just came out, and it introduces a new Jedi into the comic book lore. Pretty cool. A lot of fun. Beautiful book. That is a 1 in 25, I believe. I believe that's a 1 in 25 Darth Vader. Could be a 1 in 10, kids. Sorry. I picked up issue 0 from IDW of G.I. Joe, showing Snake Eye's visor with a Cobra symbol in it. Okay. Another variant I picked up, back issued, is Wildstorm's The Authority number 1. This is the 96 first print, and this is a 1 in 50. Okay, this is a classic story of how kids, as beautiful as books are, and if you're like me, you can really appreciate the beauty of a well-drawn comic. And as rare as a book is, this one being a 1 in 50, and if you're like me, you can appreciate the rarity of a book. You still have to be careful. As in '96, when this 1 in 50 came out, I'm sure that it was way, way more valuable than it is today. I'd pick this bad boy up for under $2, under $3, I think, you know. And it just goes to show you really, it's not only the scarcity, it's not only the beauty, it's also the desire. I know that sounds obvious, but all three of those things are to be factored into what is going to be ultimately valuable and collectible. And ultimately, the desire for this authority sketch variant 1 in 50 is not high enough to get it out of the $5 range. Okay. Another old school book I picked up was the Faith 1 in 10 variant. That's number 1 from Valiant Comics. That's gorgeous. I really like that. I got lucky with that one. And another old school variant was Scarlet Witch B cover 001, which is the X-Men 92 version of the Scarlet Witch. And I got all of these books while I was traveling. When I travel, I like to go to comic shops in the areas. I like to find if they have comic shops. I like to go to them. I like to support them. And a lot of times you can find some gems. Picked up a lot of these old variants from comic shops outside of New York. And here we have Miss Marvel 001 from Marvel Comics. That is the Phantom variant. Okay. I picked up Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man from Marvel Comics. That is the number 1. That is the movie variant. If you kids haven't seen it yet, that movie is freaking awesome. Okay, and that's a 1 in 10 variant from Marvel Comics, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I also picked up from Image Comics, the 9 Rings of the Wu-Tang. And this is the gold foil variant. And it is a 650 print book from Dynamic Forces. And I got the COA for that print run on the back of that. And I picked that up at a little mom and pop shop that had, you know, the giant sticker on the cover. Variant cover, horrible sticker. But because the Dynamic Forces bag is sealed, I'm going to live with it. And that's the 9 Rings of the Wu-Tang number 1 gold foil variant. I picked up Howling Revenge of the Werewolf Queen. This is the 1 in 25 variant, I believe. This is one of the incentive variants for Howling Revenge of the Werewolf Queen. Obviously not the chase book. The chase book is a Sankiewicz book that I would give my left nut for, but I have no way. I'm not going to pay. Well, okay, I exaggerated. I would give your left nut for it because I'm not paying the crazy prices that are out there. So, I mean, if I'm lucky enough to get it at a con or, you know, find it in the wild, that's what I'll do. I'm not going to pay the crazy prices for the Howling Sankiewicz that's available, though it is a gorgeous, gorgeous book. It's a 1 in 50. The one you're looking at now is a 1 in 25, The Howling Revenge of the Werewolf Queen. Okay, I also picked up Shirtless Bear Fighter number 1 from Image Comics, and I got that signed with the COA in the back. Another signed book I picked up was Edge of the Venomverse number 1, and lucky enough to get that signed by Matt Rosenberg also, COA in the back. And yet another signature book I picked up was from Image Comics. It is Sacred Creatures number 1. I got 2 signatures on that. Klaus Janson and Pablo Raimondi. And I got a COA on that. A secret exclusive book that I picked up from the Comic Mint is Weapons of Mutant Destruction Alpha. And this book is just beautiful, showing Lady Deathstrike and Domino running down the hall kicking somebody's ass. I saw this cover, had to have this book. Gorgeous. Weapons of Mutant Destruction from Marvel Comics. Alpha. It is a secret exclusive from the Comic Mint. Ooh, I'm getting tight here. Let me take some of this down. Here, let's do this. Look at that. You got a sneak peek before, didn't you? Dirty birds. Okay, so I picked up, and this is from Dynamite Comics, I believe. It is Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, or The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Number 1, this is the Midtown Comics exclusive, and this is a more mature take on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's not so goofy Disney. It's a little darker, and it's got a lot of buzz around it. A lot of people are really enjoying it, so I figured, hey, I'll pick it up. I really like this cover, and it's a #1 Midtown Comics exclusive. Another gorgeous book I picked up was No World #4, and this is a 1 in 25 variant from Aspen Comics. There's been incentives for every cover of No World so far, and the incentive covers for No World have been gorgeous. From IDW Comics, I picked up Usagi Yojimbo, one shot. I picked that up primarily because I love Usagi Yojimbo. And if you guys aren't familiar, he is kind of like the he's a samurai in the Turtles world, and he's kind of like the guy. What do they call it? Like the Rashomon, the hired gun, if you will. Okay, that's from IDW. Ooh, kids, look at this beautiful book I picked up, Black Panther 016, and it is the 1 in 10 variant, I believe, and it is celebrating King Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. Gorgeous book. I picked up Cable 003, 1 in 25. From Marvel Comics. I also picked up from Marvel Comics Spider-Man 001. This is the 1 in 10 variant, showing Miles under the subway tracks, riding on the hood of a car. Very, very cool cover. Had to have it. Another book I picked up was Kirby's Genesis. This is Silver Star Virgin variant #1. Picked it up obviously from the same out-of-state comic shop that uses the giant fucking stickers on their Dynamic Forces books, but I did manage to get a COA for the 650 limited copy book. Okay, and $10 is about what it's worth. So it's in immaculate condition, so I paid for about what it's worth, and that is Kirby's Genesis Silver Star #1 Dynamic Forces 650 copy Virgin variant. I also picked up Astonishing X-Men 001. This is the 1 in 25 Jim Lee variant, showing the Shadow King. Love it! Another, I believe, 1 in 25 book I picked up was Defenders #3. And this is a gorgeous cover, kind of mirroring the current Netflix ads, using the primary colors for the heroes. Gorgeous book from Marvel Comics, Defenders #3, 1 in 25. Another, I believe, 1 in 25 book I picked up is Luke Cage 003. Just gorgeous book. Really cool exclusive I picked up is the New York Comic Con 2016, I believe, Betty Boop #1 black and white exclusive from Dynamite Comics. Midtown was carrying it, so I picked it up. It called to me. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Bought it. And that is the Betty Boop 2016 New York Comic Con exclusive #1 from Dynamite Comics. Another book I picked up recently is Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man #2. I have the variant number jumped out of my head. I want to say this is a 1 in 25 from Art Adams, but I could be mistaken. I think I'm right about that. If I'm wrong, guys and gals, leave me a message in the comment section. Straighten me out, fix me up, correct me. Another book I picked up is America 005. And there's a little heat behind this book. That's the only reason I picked it up, because the writing in America, I abandoned it after 3 issues. But, this book was running hot, and I really liked the cover, so I picked it up. I believe this is a 1 in 25 for America 005. Okay. And lastly, on my huge comic haul, I picked up some secret exclusives from Jetpack Comics. This is Dynamite Comics Betty Page #1, and I believe this is a 500 cover print, so there's only 500 of this particular cover of Betty Page #1. And here you have the black and white version, the second of a triptych from Dynamite Comics on the Jetpack exclusives for Betty Page #1. The black and white is limited to 100 copies for this cover, so there are only 100 copies of this Betty Page printed. And finally, the final of the triptych is this magnificently gorgeous Betty Page version from Dynamite Comics. And there are only 100. There's only one copy, fuckers, and I got it. No, there's 100 copies of this #1 issue also. And that's Betty Page #1 from Dynamite Comics, Jetpack Comics exclusives. And that's it, kids. I hope you like my mega haul. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment in the comment section. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you want some free shit, man, I'm giving away free comics. Check out my Virgin Sacrifice because it's craziness incarnate. Join it, share it, get some free books. That's the Virgin Sacrifice. And I'm Chase Variant, and I'm out.